So, what's up? We got Arrow, Season 3, Episode 22. This is our sword. So, this episode starts off at the villain's base. I'm gonna call them the villains, the League of Assassins. And we see Roz talking to Al Sahim and Sarab, or Oliver and Maseo, and he's talking about how so then we see Diggle, and he's taking out a bunch of bad guys, and he puts in his earplugs for the Black Canary to use her canary cry on all of the bad guys. And then the Diggle kills the guy, and now two guys are in the hospital. Diggle, and he's like, and Diggle, are you okay? He's like, no, I'm mad that Oliver had the guts to kidnap his own wife. And he's like, Oliver died on like Oliver died when he became Al Sahim. This Al Sahim is a new guy. So yeah. So she's like, so yeah. So yeah. So then we see a dinner scene between Oliver and Nissa and Roz. And Roz starts saying about how Oliver after Oliver and Nissa get married, they're gonna have kids together. And Nissa's like, there's no way I'm having kids with Oliver Queen and with Al Sahim. And he's like, yeah, you are. I'm like, no. He's meant to be a Laurel or Felicity, not Nissa. So, yeah. So, stop talking with that nonsense, Roz. So, yeah. So Oliver decides to meet with Malcolm Merlin, of all people. And he tells him that he's not really evil. He's just faking it to get into Roz's inner circle. We knew this was happening. To get into Roz's inner circle to pretend to be evil. To get into Roz's inner circle. But, yeah. So he's like, hey, he's a friend. So when he calls the Team Arrow doesn't believe him. They still think this is one. And he's like, and they're like, really, Oliver trusted you, the guy who killed Sarah, over us. And he's like, Oliver knew that the bioweapon. And Oliver's like, and Diggle's like, I'm done, we're out. But then Tatsu's like, yo, I'm Tatsu, and I'm here to help you. And your stay is in great danger. But they're like, do we know this person? And they're like, no. And she's like, and she's like, how am I supposed to trust her? And she's like, and Tatsu explains that her son Akio was killed by the bioweapon. And he's like, you're a kid. And he goes like, you're a kid. Akio's mom. And he's like, yeah, we have to stop we have to go to Nanda Parbat. So yeah, so we see Felicity and Tatsu talk. We see Felicity and Tatsu talking. We see Felicity and Tatsu talking again, and they're talking about how they're going to stop, how it's gonna the bioweapon is, and she's like, when Oliver was fakely killed by that sword, the only person he talked about is you. So yeah, so they go. Laurel. This is the first episode where Laurel doesn't wear her fake blonde wig while she's in the Black Canary suit. She's in the suit, but she doesn't wear the wig. This is the first time when she's fighting the League of Assassins that she doesn't wear the mask or the wig. It's just the suit, which looks really good. So, is she kind of Black Canary? She kind of not, because if she's not wearing the suit, can we still consider Laurel Black Canary in this scene? So yeah, so Laurel saves Malcolm. Malcolm saves Laurel. The Laurel comments about how she wouldn't save Malcolm if she wouldn't do the same. She wouldn't save Malcolm if he were being attacked. Laurel's a jerk, but I get it. He killed Sarah. and he killed my TV child, and I hope she comes back at some point. But anyway, bow, bow. So, yeah, so they go, and yeah, so they defeat all the assassin members. Tatsu and Katana and Sarab have a cool fight. But then he's like, say hello to Akio for me. And I'm like, say it yourself. Say it to him yourself. And then she stabs Maseo and says, tell him for both of us. And then says some Japanese song that she said to Akio when he died. And now Maseo's dead. So bye-bye, Maseo. You weren't even that interesting of a character. You did nothing to make him interesting. He was just there. So yeah, so Oliver's like, so they're like, stop your bioweapon. But Miss Ross is like, did you? And then they're like, and Oliver's like, face punishment or die. Surrender or die. And Oliver's like, trust me. Trust me. So Oliver talks to Deagle, and Deagle's like, hold up, you kidnapped his wife. And he was like, when Tatsu told him how he had to give up something to be in Roz's circle, his friendship was on the list. And Deagle's like, you didn't only lose my friendship, you lost my respect, you lost my trust. So, and you lost his respect. So, good going there, Oliver. My boy Deagle is no longer on your side. So yeah, so Malcolm tries to out Oliver to Roz, but Oliver plays it up saying, oh, he's like kidding, I'm not really that, I'm still on your side, Roz. And then so they're like, Oliver, you told us to trust you and we trusted you, even though Roz is right beside them, so they should know that he's being evil again. I'm confused with this scene. And they're like, Oliver, as the episode ends. So, Team Arrow is now trapped in the League of Assassins dungeon. Oliver is now revealed to be not evil, and he's only pretending to be evil. Yeah. So, now Nissa is forced to marry Oliver because Roz is like, if she doesn't marry Oliver, Roz will just make her face the fury of 1,000 deaths. So, kill her, I think. And yeah, wait, yeah. So forgot to mention, Thea goes to visit Roy. Thea goes to visit Roy under the name Jason. I'm guessing this is a reference to Jason Todd, the second Robin. I have no idea. But yeah, so she gives him his suit back, and he's like, now that people think Roy Harper is the hero, they now don't need to know that he's Arsenal too. And they sleep together. But then Roy leaves her at the end of the episode saying that she can't be on the run from the cops, and that she can't run away with him, and she's like, Pia, thanks for the suit, but red looked better on you. And now Thea has a super suit now, so maybe she'll become maybe she'll join Team Arrow now that she has her own suit. I have no idea, but yeah, that was an episode. Maceo's dead now. R.I.P. Maceo. R.I.P. Maceo. Or Sarab. Or whatever you want to call himself. Katana's suit looked amazing. It looks comic accurate. Is her suit comic accurate? I have no idea. I think it's comic accurate. Comic, like, similar to the comics. I have no idea. Is it similar? No. But anyway, that was it. And I'll see you next time for some more Arrow.